We got a gentleman that's actually one of our on our pitching staff at Vandalia, and actually graduated there in 2014. Went to pitched at North Carolina, and
Oh, wow.
was in the White Sox organization for quite some time. So hopefully I can pick
Yeah,
up
a couple
Taylor's
years
chair.
down the road. There you go. A couple years down the road, maybe seeing him in a Dayton Braves uniform. Entirely possible.
Oh, that would be fantastic. We need an ace.
Well, Fish, we're down to the final. We just finished the final week of the regular season, so we've got the All-Star game this week. Which Braves are we going to see out there on Thursday night?
Jarrell Bristol, our center fielder, Evan Tenery, our shortstop, and then Zach, of course, as our pitcher.
Awesome. So, good group of Braves out there. Are you going to come and join the festivities and hang out with the two cutoff men? That's what we want to know.
Yes, I'm going to come down and see what it's all about for my second year. Last year was my first time checking it out. I actually played in the game, so it was a fun time. Yes.
Absolutely. Well, I know you like to drink White Claws, so while Ray and I are having a beer, we'll have a White Claw set up there for you when you come on in. How's that?
There you go.
You guys are too much.
All right, Fish. Well, good luck with the Expos on Wednesday night. Win that game, you advance to the round of 8. That would certainly be a great accomplishment. Congratulations to you on a great regular season, and good luck to you again with Wednesday night's game against the Expos.
Awesome. Thanks for the shout out, and you guys have a great rest of your season as well.
All right, thanks, Fish. And if you'd like to be on the Hot Corner or know of someone who might, please let Ray or I know. It's always fun to give background on the teams and players who make up the CABL.
So now it's time to go over this week's games. And we got some consolation games. We got some play-in games going on for the playoffs here. And, of course, we got the All-Star game. First, we're going to go over the consolation bracket. And the first game that we're going to have out there at Little Fenway is going to be at 6:30, and that's going to be the number 16 Orioles and the number 17 Tigers. The next game will be the number 15 Brew Crew and versus the number 18 Dragons. That game is going to be played at Roselawn 2, which is the turf field. So make sure you no seeds and make sure you wear your rubbers. And
that's right, rubbers. You can't leave home without them.
And that's going to be at 7:00 out there. And
so a couple good games there, Ray. And also out at Roselawn on the grass field will be the Sting and the Flying Tigers. That game pitting the 14 seed against the 19 seed. Sting won the only regular season meeting between these two teams back in July by a final score of 7-3. And we have another rematch that happened not only the last game of the regular season, but the first game of the postseason. Reds and Knights played a good game today. 4-3 game in extra innings that the Reds were able to prevail up at Springboro. So Knights provided pretty good competition there, and they're going to try to upend the Reds this time. But should be a couple of good matchups there, Ray, in the consolation bracket. One thing worth noting, we talk about how the consolation bracket works. These guys are playing the first round, and we're about to get to the play-in games. The 4 teams that lose in the play-in games get dumped in essentially to the second round of the consolation bracket. So that's kind of your reward for making that top 12. Even if you get knocked out in this play-in game, it puts you one row further along in that consolation bracket. So it's kind of a cool little thing we've been able to incorporate in there. It's a double elimination bracket at the bottom. Reason we do that is because we have ultimately 12 teams at the bottom. You can't really do series with 12 because that takes you beyond 9 dates, and that's why we limit it to 8 up top. So should be interesting. 12 teams in the bottom. We know 8 of them are now. The 4 teams who lose in the games that'll be the play-in games that we're about to go over will join those teams we just mentioned down the consolation bracket. So with no further ado, I'll let you start off with the 8-9 game up in the play-ins and involving some teams that are getting awfully familiar with each other in these type of games.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to take on the Dodgers. The Colt 45s as the 9 seed will go up against the Dodgers, the 8 seed, and of course we have to play at Foundation at 7
third year in a row, right?
Yeah, 3rd year in a row. So we seem to keep bouncing into the same position every year. Next year we're going to have to try to make some changes there.
Well, what was weird about it, Ray, is I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Colts were the 7 seed the last 2 years, and Dodgers were 10. So even though you guys have different places in the standings this year, you still ran into each other.
Yep. Yeah.
So Go figure.
That's kind of the way it seems to go. So hopefully we're playing and moving on and going into the upper bracket after that, but we'll have to wait and see what happens out there.
And if you win that, you would have whom next?
You get the Hooks.
Well, there you go.
Looking forward to that. So.
The Hooks will be an interested bystander. You may see a couple of guys up there checking out your ball game. You never know.
Be sweating, Jimmy. Be sweating out there.
There you go.
No, we next game then is the number 7 and number 10 game. We got the number 7 Braves will face off against the number 10 Expos, and that game is going to be at Crosley at 7:30. And the winner of that game gets the number 2 Suds, who has been a hot team this year.
The Suds have been very good at 19-5. Braves beat the Expos in their only regular season matchup, and this isn't a bad matchup for the Braves. We talked about that 6 and 7 off the air. Certainly a game against the team that they've beaten. They lost to the Hustle, so they probably prefer the matchup they got here. Expos playing some great baseball. Certainly the way Chris Weeks is pitching, they're capable of winning this game as well and moving on to play the Suds. So should be a great matchup. This is going to be one of the better play-in games, I think, that we're going to see Wednesday.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game.
Yep, a couple other ball games. The other one out at Blue Ash is on Riverfront. It's going to be Deerfield and the Hustle. This is a great rivalry over the number of years. And, I kind of think if I'm Deerfield, I'm thinking, man alive, what do I have to do? You get a 6 seed, and it just happens to be the year the Hustle fall to 11. Hustle, dangerous team every year. There's been years where they've had a bye, years when they've made the Final Four. So certainly no gimme here on the 6-11 game between Deerfield and the Hustle. Winner of this game moves on and will get the Meridians starting in a 3-game series the following week. The last of the play-in games involves my Yankees taking on the Mudcats, and we had first pick of Fields because we're the highest seeded team that's playing, and we decided to take Schuler. A couple reasons for that. My guys, a couple pitchers weren't really crazy about the turf over at Riverfront, which is where I wanted to go, and it looks like if we win this game, we're going to play the Bulls, and Bulls are the 4 seed, we're the 5 seed. They get to pick the home field as long as Schuler's available. So I guess we might as well get used to playing over there because we might play a couple games with Schuler. So that should be a good game. Like I said, winner is going to get the Bulls, and this is the first time since 2015 that we have not been matched up with Deerfield in the first round. Much like your Colts have been with the Dodgers. 3 years ago, we were matched up with Deerfield, but the Reds/Colts, they became the Colts, the Murph team Reds, as they were the first year in the league, knocked off Deerfield. So we ended up playing the Reds, but we were lined up to play Deerfield. They were expected to win that. They were the 7, we were the 2. And then the following year, they were the 4, we were the 5. Last year, we were the 4, Deerfield was the 5. And it could have happened the 4th year in a row with a different seed. Had the Yankees pulled that game off this morning, that narrow loss to the Meridians, we would have been the 3. They would have been the 6. So I guess if there's one silver lining there, don't have to play Deerfield again this year, I guess.
Yeah, you might not want to play them neither because they're running hot right now.
Well, with Paul Robbins on a short series, that could be tough. That could be a tough one, whoever ends up drawing them. So should be good, though. 4 good play-in games there, Ray, and I like what I see there. And I think several of these teams here that are in these play-in games can make some noise and maybe even win a series or 2 in the postseason.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of good games, good battles out there, and looking forward to covering these games. It's going to be a fun week this week. We'll see where everybody lands. Comes out after Wednesday night. Hopefully everybody has a good time on Thursday night too after that stressful Wednesday night of the play-in games and where everybody ends up. Another thing, just don't forget, guys, all these games are 9 innings too, so that's why, of course, all of our fields are lighted so that we can go through all these. So 9 innings every game.
Well, we've got 8 good ones to pick from, Ray. I guess it's time now to pick our game of the week.
Now it's time to pick our game of the week, and we've got 8 games to choose from this week, and I think I'm going to go ahead and choose my game, and I am going to lean a little bit towards the Deerfield Hustle game.
Yep, good pick.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a good game out there, and we'll see what happens with those two, and then see who ends up getting the Meridians and who moves on down. But I think that's going to be my choice. What are you looking at?
Yeah, these are 2 of the more storied franchises in the league. This could be a potential Final Four matchup in any given year. Obviously not this year because one's in the play-ins, but that is a big-time matchup. That was going to be my pick. I was thinking about it, but the more and more I thought about it, I think I'm going to go with the Dayton Braves and the Expos out at Crosley. And I'll tell you why. One of these teams is going to make it to the playoffs, essentially the 8-team series elimination playoffs for the first time in their franchise history. And I think it's kind of cool that one of them is going to make it. The Braves have come a long way in 3 years. The Expos, since kind of rebranding from the Blue Jays to the Expos this year, have made tremendous strides. And I think it's pretty cool. So one of these teams will go on to play the Suds, and so welcome to the club. Not everybody makes it to that Final 8. Only, obviously, 8 teams. That's good math for you, right?
Yeah.
8 of the 20 teams can make it to the Final 8 on a given year. It's less than half. So it's a great accomplishment if you're able to make that Final 8. And one of these teams will be able to say that they were able to do that in 2019. So that's a game I'm going to keep an eye on. Braves and Expos should be a great game out at Crosley. 7:30 start time on Wednesday night.
And this week's Game of the Week is brought to you by Hand in Hand Realty. Are you looking for your next home or even your dream home? Call Hand in Hand Realty of Kentucky and let them help you get into that home today. Hand in Hand Realty is independently owned and operated and has 5 locations to provide you the service you deserve. With offices in Northern Kentucky, Cincinnati, Southeast Indiana, Hamilton, and now servicing the Lexington, Georgetown areas in Kentucky, they can cover our tri-state area to help find you the home you're looking for. Call John Vince or one of their many agents at Hand in Hand Realty to get started today. Or to get more information or even browse listings, you can visit their website. The website is handinhandrealtyky.com or call 859-331-8800. That number again is 859-331-8800. Hand in Hand Realty. Find a new place to call home.
Dearest Mabel, it has been nary a fortnight since I last saw you. But rest assured I will hold you in my arms again. It will be when we return to the hallowed grounds of Foundation Field for the CABL All-Star Game on August 29th. We will bring the family together to enjoy an evening of tomfoolery and hijinks as we celebrate our distinguished brethren. Bring your mother. I wish to gaze upon her beauty as well.
Well, it's finally that time of year. We've been talking about it for, the last 5-6 weeks now. The All-Star Game, Thursday night, August 29th, 7:30 from Foundation Field in Hamilton. And Scott Compton's got a lot of cool things in store. He's got some neat things going this year. And the All-Star Game always, Ray, one of those fun events where everybody kind of gets together and nobody really cares who wins the game anymore. It's just kind of a fun event. Go out there, play some baseball, and celebrate having another great season together.
Yeah, it's going to be a good night for everybody. Just like I said before, it's going to be kind of take some of the pressure off a little bit. Just go out and have some fun, enjoy the camaraderie with the other guys, and get to meet some of the guys in the league that you haven't met yet or talked to or competed against. That now you get to meet them on a personal level a little bit, which is nice to do too. So. And, of course, we're going to be out there. We're going to be having fun doing the game. And, we're going to have all the guys. Compton's got all his guys out there helping out. We're going to have food, drinks. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And you don't have to be playing in the All-Star Game to enjoy it. Come on out and watch. Bring your families. Come out and have a good time supporting your teammates and your league rivals. And, come on up and see the 2 cutoff men up in the press box behind home plate. We're going to be up there early and often on Thursday night. Should be a fun time. And hopefully, if you're going to listen to the podcast live or maybe back on a recording, we'll be able to get some good interviews. We're planning on bringing some players up, talking to them during the ball game, maybe some managers, and have some fun just broadcasting the game and getting to know some of the players around the league. And should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. And like Jason said, guys, even if you're not playing in it, come on out. And, come up, sit and talk with us. We'll we'll bring other guys in if we see you that members of the league and stuff that are up there. We might pull you up and do a little chit chat, have a little fun on the air, and we're going to be doing the game live on the podcast live. We'll probably be on Facebook Live, I would imagine, and we're going to do some videos. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it.
Going to be a blast. One of the best weeks of the season for sure. One other reminder. Roy Hobbs World Series happening. It's getting close now, Ray. We're less than 2 months away. The 35s go down from October 19th to October 26th. If you want to go in the 45 group, it's October 26th to November 2nd. Fort Myers, Florida, you're guaranteed